I'm Ceres, 33 years old, and I guess you could say I've always been the quiet one. My sister Rowan, she's 36, louder, glossier, always soaking up the spotlight like a sponge. People loved her, especially my parents. I don't think they ever meant to choose a favorite out loud, but they didn't need to. The difference was in the way they looked at us. It's in the way they didn't look at me. The name Spare Daughter started when I was 12. I heard Rowan laughing with our cousin in the backyard, flipping burgers and cracking jokes like she was queen of the family. She said it while tossing her hair, eyes flicking toward me like I was the leftover salad no one wanted. That's Ceres, the spare daughter. My cousin laughed. My parents didn't say a word. They just smiled like it was all harmless teasing. But it stuck. Rowan got everything. The better room, private tutors, weekend trips with mom, while I stayed home peeling potatoes or running to the store. She went to art camp in Italy. I helped dad clean out the garage. No one complained when she messed up or dropped the ball. But if I forgot to unload the dishwasher, I got a lecture about responsibility. At 15, I won a regional art contest for a carved jewelry box I made by hand in shop class. When I brought it home, dad gave me a quiet nod, but then reminded me not to bring it up too much. Rowan had just bombed her university entry exam and was fragile. So we tiptoed around her disappointment while I wrapped my ribbon in a drawer and pretended it didn't matter. By the time I hit my 20s, I knew how to keep my head down. After college, I moved 2 hours away, built a small but steady career making custom wood furniture, heirloom quality stuff, all by hand. I was proud of it, even if no one else in the family ever asked what I was up to. I met Luke at a friend's engagement party. He's an engineer, quiet but thoughtful, and the first person who didn't talk over me at the dinner table. We dated for 3 years before he proposed. I was so sure my parents would at least pretend to care. I sent them a message in the family group chat. My mom heart reacted. Rowan never responded. 3 months later, Rowan got engaged. Within a week, my parents had already booked a venue for her engagement party, a weekend getaway for extended family, a photographer, a cake tasting. The works. I hadn't even gotten a phone call. Then came Christmas. My mom brought out a small velvet box after dinner and handed it to Rowan like it was a crown. Inside was my grandmother's necklace, an emerald pendant passed down for generations. Everyone clapped. Even Luke looked surprised. I got socks in my gift bag. Thick wool ones, still with the price tag tucked inside. I didn't say anything. Not when Rowan raised her glass and toasted to her golden year ahead with that same smirk she's had since middle school. And definitely not when she added, and to Ceres, our favorite spare. Always the calm one. That was her new thing. Fake praise wrapped in a joke. Like I should be honored just to be in the room. I collected the plates and said I had an early morning. I kissed my mother on the cheek, wished Rowan well, and drove home in silence with Luke beside me. He didn't push. He just held my hand and said one thing before we reached the driveway. You don't owe them silence anymore. That night, I didn't cry. I didn't rant. I didn't text anyone. I walked into my studio, looked around at the pieces I'd made, tables that told stories, chairs that held generations, and decided I was done being background noise. Rowan wanted to be the star? Fine, I'll let her have the stage. But I was going to be the one building the set behind the scenes. Quietly, carefully, patiently, until the whole thing collapsed on top of her. Not with drama, not with shouting, just with choices. With timing, with calm, deliberate moves. Because I wasn't the spare. I was the blueprint, and she had no idea I was done letting her use it. This year was going to be different. And Rowan was going to learn, slowly, painfully, thoroughly, that the person you overlook the most is often the one holding the match. 2 weeks after Christmas,